Hey everybody, welcome to another draw along. Today we're gonna draw more letters. In the last episode of drawing boxy letters, we did E, F, and G. So today we're gonna do H, I, J. And I think I'm gonna do H, I, J, and K, and then save L, M, N, O, P for the next round. So let's get started with H. H is already kind of a boxy letter, so hopefully this won't be too challenging. I'm trying to think of which way I would like to orient it. We're gonna do it a little differently today. Or at least a little differently than last time. Really just winging it. Hope this turns out okay. All right, so basically with the H, we're cutting out just a couple of boxes on the top and bottom. Shouldn't be too tough. I hope. Famous last words, right? And then this line and this line are parallel, and then this line. Okay. Oh, and then this line, and then this line. Okay, there we go. Bam, it's an H. One down, three to go. I've got some water boiling to make hummingbird food, so I may, excuse me, I may have to step away for a second to take care of that. And if I do, you're just gonna have to be patient because with regards to with regards to the editing of these videos, you may have noticed that there is none. So I'm not, oh man, I think I might need to take a break to get some water here. I'm not gonna take the time to edit 10 seconds of me stepping off to get some boiling water. I think we can all manage that. We're patient people. We gotta be patient people if we're learning to draw, right? If you're learning to draw and you're impatient, it's gonna make for a tough journey, I think. So let's see, let's shade it this way. And then this. And then we'll get the bottom. These are gonna be long lines here. Gotta take my time. Bam, it's an H. On to the I. Let's do an I from a different angle. Let's I'm having trouble like imagining the box in my head, so I may have to lay down a line first. Kind of want to do one of these, like I want it to be at a steeper angle. What am I doing? This is terrible. This is a terrible box. Not gonna lie here. I mean, it's a box. It looks like a box, it's fine. But it looks like an amateur drew it, which I suppose is accurate. I shouldn't be Shouldn't complain too much. But maybe one day I would be able to draw a box and have it be really cool perspective, and then turn that into a letter. All right. Man, that eye was quick. I guess when you... Oh, you know what? I'm shading it in, but I didn't even go over the lines yet. Originally I started drawing and making a video every single day, and recently I've gone to every other day. I think one, it's hard to stay motivated. You know, you don't want to draw every single day, and you know, if you're learning and it's, you know, it can be stressful, you know, take a break, man. You know, don't suck the fun out of it by forcing yourself to do it. But at the same time, if you do, I mean, you're gonna have to sometimes, oh, you know what I did? Oh, I messed this up. There. If you do talk yourself into drawing even when you don't want to, well, really what I'm trying to say is the more you draw, the better you're gonna get faster. But the faster you're gonna get better. And so just understand, yeah, you can totally take breaks. And but you know, your progress will be a little bit slower as a result. And if that is the price you pay for you to not be burnt out or stressed about it, then I think it's totally worth it. I think my water's boiling. Give me one sec. Okay, once that cools, the hummingbirds will be fed. All right, we're gonna do a J. I'm gonna try to make the box a little bit nicer than the eye. I think I'm gonna go tall again. Oh, you know what? I didn't leave too much room on the bottom here, so we're gonna go up with it. But yeah, I haven't been super motivated to draw a lot recently. I don't know what it is. Work has been a little stressful. I'm transferring to a new department the beginning of next month, and since then, hold on. How do you make a J? Okay, all right. I had to double check. So basically, starting kind of like the eye. I'm gonna draw this really light. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a new job starting next month. So the job that I'm doing now, I'm just part of the reason I'm changing departments is because work's been a little stressful. So, and then I don't know if you've ever noticed when, for instance, you have a vacation coming up. Wait, where do I draw this? Hold on. So from here, there. I don't know if I'm getting this bit right here. That doesn't look bad. When you have a vacation coming up at work, or at least I noticed this when I have a vacation coming up at work, that the days leading up to the vacation I'm just like, when can my vacation start? I want to get out of here. So sort of feeling that way now that I'm leaving the department. I have this feeling like everything's a little extra irritating. I want the change to happen already, but I should appreciate it while I got it, because I don't know if this change is going to be good, but it is a change. And I don't know, I guess if you want to know a little bit about me, since I'm feeling chatty today for some reason, I work for an airline, and for 25 years now, I just celebrated my 25th year, and for 20 years, I worked on the ramp, handling luggage. We never throw luggage on the ramp. So 20 years I worked throwing luggage on the ramp, and it can be a back-breaking job, and you deal with some extreme weather, and it can be really challenging, and it was really challenging, and I did that for so long that I didn't think I could ever do anything else, and it was incredibly depressing because I didn't like my job, and I thought I was stuck in my job. And then I one day transferred to a different department, and it was very scary, and I surprised myself that I adapted well, and made new friends, had some great coworkers. That's an okay J. I don't know what I could have done differently. Maybe if I started this down portion a little bit further this way, I tried to make it center, but obviously it was a little off center there, but obviously it's a J, right? C, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Yeah, okay, H, I, J, K. Hold on, let me get this box real quick. I'm gonna do what I tried to do with the J. So I'm gonna start this a little higher and bring this down. Okay, so I succeeded in my new position once I finally made the leap, and so now 5 years later, the department has changed, and it's been stressful, and I realized one day that I was willing to change again and put in for this new department. And I was very excited at the fact that I was willing to change, because the first time I was unhappy in my job, I worked in that job for 20 years. But here we are 5 years later, and I'm already willing to take another chance and try a different department, and I was pretty excited about that. I just think it's, I don't know, I feel excited. I feel good that I'm willing to change, and maybe in this new department, maybe I don't know, regardless of whether I think the work is good or the department is good, maybe I'd be willing to make a change within 3 years. And who knows where that will take me, what the change will be. So I'm just excited that I'm willing to try something new, because trying something new can be so challenging. And then, especially in your career, lots of people work in their career for years and years, and it can be really difficult to change something you've been doing for X amount of years. I'm sure it's different for everybody. Somebody might feel that 5 years in a job they don't like is miserable and terrible, and they probably can't imagine that I stayed in a job for 20 years not enjoying myself. But I don't know, when you convince yourself that that you don't deserve it, that you can't do it, that it's not possible, that you won't succeed, that you're only good for this one thing, that's a tough thing to overcome. But it can be done. If you're in that position, it can be done. I can't exactly speak to how my job is unique in some ways to other jobs where, I can make a lateral move to a different department relatively easily. And every 6 months, like in this new position, I have to commit 6 months to doing this job before I transfer to another department if I so chose to. So, even if it sucks, I can manage 6 months. I can do something that sucks for 6 months. I did it for 20 years. So, not everybody has that opportunity to, just transfer. You might be considering, you might have to, if you want to change, you might have to leave your company and do something different entirely, perhaps. I don't know. But at the very least, I can say that if you don't think you're capable of it, it's highly, highly likely that you're incorrect and that you can do it. Like, you're capable of doing it, whether or not, you got something else lined up, another job or something lined up. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm trying to be encouraging here. I don't know if that's coming across as I want, but you can do it. Believe in yourself, and I hope everything works out. I hope everything works out for you. I hope it works out for me. I hope I like my new job. I hope I can draw letters, blocky letters, a little bit nicer in the future. We'll see. Some of these boxy images I've drawn in my other videos, there's such art in the construction of these boxes. So we'll get there one day. Well, thanks a lot for joining me. I'll see you in the next one.